This is the 1987 Aston Martin V8 from Johnny Lightning, and today we take a look at why this particular release from this particular brand is worth adding to your collection. Yeah, you heard that right. This is definitely a very nice ad, and I gotta say, for those who love your James Bond films, I gotta say this is one of the most iconic cars. Now, for those that don't really know much, this car appeared in 2 out of a couple of movies that featured James Bond, and this first came out in 1987 in the film called The Living Daylights, and then once again in No Time to Die, which is right at the back with that, right? And I gotta say, growing up, obviously James Bond was a huge film, right? The phrase "My name is Bond," James Bond, has been something that has kind of been with me my entire childhood, right? And to have this in the collection in my hand to kind of show you guys this car is such an honor, such a really amazing car. And so we're gonna take a look now. The reason why this is very interesting is because it has a little diorama, and I'll get to that in a bit. But if you just look at the back of the car, this particular release has 2 different variations: the Lotus Esprit S1 in white, and obviously the Aston Martin V8, the one that we're looking at right now. The reason why I actually love this release as well is because this can actually go underwater, as you guys can see. Now, a long time ago, just to kind of digress a bit, Shell had a release that was very similar, and you know, they did it in the underwater form, which was always a very cool thing. But I don't want to waste your time, so we're gonna straight away open this up, and you know what, I'm not even gonna bore you the details, so we're gonna do a quick transition. Boom, check it out. Now we have the Aston Martin V8 right in front of us, and now the first thing you guys notice, I'm sure, is there's some additional plastic here from Johnny Lightning, so let's put that at the back right there. But the first thing you notice is this amazing diorama with obviously James Bond in the background, right? Now, I initially thought this would be plastic, but it's not. It's actually metal, guys. Obviously, we've got the little metal sheets or metal bands, if I may, to hold the car in place. We will remove the car in a bit, but it's a metallic base and a metallic backdrop as well to kind of make your collection look nice, right? The car itself looks amazing as well, and you know, I really gotta say it's very, very nicely done. I really appreciate what Johnny Lightning has done with this. It's a very nice concept. It's a very nice diorama, right? For you could just show your car, and you know, with the heritage and the history of this particular vehicle, I think this is just ever so brilliant, right, guys? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove the car from the base and check the car out, and boom, we have the metal kind of rubber bands, right, holding it out. And obviously, now the first thing you guys notice, there isn't any place for me, so the car is loose. Now this is actually amazing because this will then allow me to interchange the cars, right? And then I can put the cars in a very slanted position. That looks a lot nicer as well. But once again, we're going to put this in the backdrop right there because I want to check this car out. Now, right off the bat, obviously the wheels, they don't spin as well. Sorry, I do apologize. But the wheels, they don't really spin as well as I would have loved them to. Same goes for the back end right there, right? Just check that out. But with that being said, I gotta really say everything else looks very, very nice on this car, especially in the front, right? Obviously, we've got these are painted headlight temples. These are not plastic, so do be sure to take note of that. These are painted headlight temples right there. We've got a license plate right here, the Aston Martin logo on the hood right there. Now, paint job wise, you gotta check this out. This paint job is actually glistening under the light, and I gotta say that's a very, very nice thing, right? Especially when you want to do like photo shoots with this car, that's gonna look ever so brilliant. Now, on the right side of the vehicle, no decals, right? Obviously, with all the spiners and everything, kind of makes sense. Obviously, it's also it's paint to sample to the actual film car, right? And then on the rear, obviously, we've got painted headlight temples, rear light temples, if I may. Once again, no plastic ones. The license plate at the rear, and then obviously dual exhaust system right there. The base is relatively simple. It's not plain like a lot of other brands, but there is a bit of details. Obviously, Johnny Lightning's logo right there, and rubber tires. Now, obviously, I gotta say, I do appreciate them putting rubber tires. That's a very, very nice ad, right? And all in all, it's a very, very nice car. Like, knowing the heritage, the history, it's an amazing piece to have in your collection. Now, for those that want to know the actual car information, well, this had a 5-speed manual gearbox, which produced about 438 brake horsepower. It had a V8 engine, as the name suggests, right? An Aston Martin V8, and did a top speed of 0 to 60 miles per hour or 100 kilometers per hour in 5.4 seconds. Now, Considering this chunky monkey right here, those are brilliant numbers, right? 438 brake horsepower. That's brilliant. This car weight what, 1,650 kilograms, or close to 3,600 pounds. Now, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this particular casting. Now, I know you guys, if for those James Bond fans, this is something you should definitely have in the collection. But if you guys are not James Bond fans, let me know in the comments, would you still get a car like this? Right, I think this is a brilliant piece of equipment and machinery, if I may. Obviously, the only downside to this that I would say is there isn't any opening parts. Maybe like an opening hood would have been nice, right? I mean, you guys know me, I love my opening parts. That's just a little suggestion. But even without that, I think this car is just so beautiful. And once again, this thing really caught my attention, because check it out. It's gonna go brilliant, guys. And you guys don't know, for me, I actually display all my cars facing right like this, right? And so I can always interchange, maybe even put a figurine. If I can find like a James Bond figurine, I can put him on right there as well. So it's a very nice thing, right? Now, massive props to House of Cars SG for hooking us up with this. Now, if you want to get this for yourself, do be sure to check them out on the socials. They also have vending machines around Singapore that sell Johnny Lightnings, and also they have a physical shop as well. So if you want to go check and get one of these for yourself, essentially, go check out their shops. I'm going to tag them in the description down below. I'm going to put a location of their shop in the description down below as well. So do be sure to check. And if you do, let them know RdnRacing says hi. But just like, I guess this video is over. I'll see you in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.